Hey, what's up guys, it's Rob, and welcome to my tutorial for
the Ninja Star Boomerang.
I spoke with Jeremy Shafer about trying to come up with a Ninja Star that comes back, and while each of us were trying to figure it out, we both came up with our own designs. Mine is made from half a sheet of printer paper and flies like this. While Jeremy's is made from 4 origami squares and flies just like this. I'll have a link to his tutorial at the end of the video, so be sure to check it out. I'm really happy and proud of the Ninja Star Boomerang because it's not only easy to make, but it flies incredibly well, better than any boomerang that I've made, and it's quickly become my favorite thing to make. You're going to want to show it off to all your friends, so be sure to give it a thumbs up down below if you do enjoy the video. So grab your piece of paper and let's make it.
For the tutorial, we're going to need half a sheet of letter-sized printer paper, just like this, which will then split up again into quarters and make 2 identical pieces, which will then fit together and interlock, just like the Ninja Stars do. I highly recommend you first try with a plain white sheet because, although it looks a little nicer with the colored paper, I found out the white is a little bit thinner and winds up flying much better. We can first fold the paper in half by taking the top and aligning it with the bottom, and once it's lined up neatly, we can make a nice sharp crease along the top with our fingernail by running it across a couple times, and you can either cut it or, as I prefer to do, just tear it right in half. To split the paper into quarters, we can do the same exact thing by folding the paper in half and meeting the edges together neatly. Then we can make a nice sharp crease along the top and just carefully rip the paper in half. Now that we have the paper in quarters like we need, we can go on to make the 2 units and interlock them. So just set one of the pieces aside, and then we're going to take the quarter and we're going to fold it in half. So just align the edges together. Once it's neatly aligned, just make a crease all throughout the paper. And just give it a nice sharp crease on top. Now we could take the left side and fold it across to the right side. Line up the 2 ends, and just give it a hold here on the right and a tug in the middle, and crease it on the left side. Just run your fingernail against it once, and then you could open it up so that it's a mountain fold and that the open edges are on the bottom. Set it down, and I'm just going to mark it so that you can see it a little easier here. Now we could take the right side, and we're just going to take this top edge and fold it down onto that vertical line. Give it a nice crease here. And on the left side, we're just going to do the opposite. So we're going to take the bottom and fold it up. Once we do that, we can then crease on that new fold. So you should have something like this, and we're just going to flip it over and just make sure that it's nice and flat. These next folds we're going to make are important because it's going to establish the flap or the sort of little airfoil that we have here on each of the wings or arms of the boomerang that help it fly in that nice circle. We're going to fold this top edge down to the bottom just like this, except we're not going to fold it all the way. We're going to leave a little bit of space, and as you'll see here, I've made a mark, and that mark is 1/8 of an inch from the bottom. And I'm giving you a measurement because I think you should probably try it the first time you make it just so you have an idea of about how much that is. And as you'll see here on the ruler, 1/8 of an inch is just basically that first big increment that we have right here. Now that you know what to do, we're going to take the edge and we're just going to fold it like this. And as you'll see, the whole left side comes along, and I'm just going to basically line it up with that line that I drew. So this whole left side should kind of flip, and I'm going to line it up all the way across and then make a nice sharp crease. Now I'm going to just run my fingernail against the top. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. So all we need to do is to flip it upside down like this. And then we're going to take this edge right here and we're going to fold it down as well, leaving a little bit of space, about 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to eyeball it this time, but if you want to draw the line from the bottom, you can. Just take it and fold it down like this, leaving a little bit of space. And make sure that it's parallel all the way across. Once you have it pretty even all the way on the bottom, then you can make that crease on top. And just give it a nice good crease, and make sure that you didn't kind of pull these apart. So it should look something like this. Now that we made those folds, you'll see on the front here, I have a diamond that I'm holding facing towards me, whereas on the back, it's split, where we folded those two edges. And I'm going to basically take the ends here, and I'm just going to hold them like this, with the corners facing towards me. I'm going to open them. Now, I'm going to airplane both of the corners into this vertical line, just like this. So just fold it directly on that vertical line here, and make a crease, and then do the same on the left side. As you'll see, because the left side is thinner, it makes a smaller triangle, but we both want these top edges directly on the middle, just like that. Then you can reclose the two edges together and just pinch it and make a crease. Do the same on the other side, just hold it like this, open it up, and just airplane these corners directly onto the center, and then reclose it. So it should look something like this now. All we need to do now is basically just fold these arms in a little bit. It's not critically important where it is, usually right around this little point or corner that you see right here. So I'm just going to take it and just fold it like this, and you'll feel some resistance. So right when you feel some resistance, right around there is good. And we're just going to make sure that this outside edge is aligned with this one on the bottom. So once they're lined up like this, then you could just give it a good pinch. Then you can unfold it, and you can do the same with the left side. So just take it like this, and just lift it up and fold it across. And when you feel some resistance right around this corner here, then all you need to do is to just line it up and just give it a pinch. And there you go. That's how to make one of the pieces. Now that we've finished the first piece, the second piece is made the same exact way, so if you need to, you can rewatch the time that I've listed below, and when you're done, we're ready to interlock the two pieces together. Alright guys, all that's left now is to interlock the two pieces together, and as you'll see, I'm holding them so that the diamonds are facing me. On the right side, I drew a line from the top of the diamond to the bottom, and on the left side, I drew one from the left to the right. And we're basically just going to take the one on the right and turn it 90 degrees and put it on top of the one on the left. And if you can see, you're just going to basically overlap the diamonds by kind of putting them right in the middle and sort of overlapping the lines just like that. So right around there is good. And we're going to start with the top arm, and we're going to fold it down, and we're going to go in a clockwise direction. So that's one, then we go here. That's two, and you can move these around if you need to because they are going to start overlapping. So here we go, this is three, and as you'll see, if it gets a little scrunched up, then you just can move it around like this, shift this down. The last one here is going to go over this one, the third one, and underneath the first one, kind of under here. So what I'm going to do is hold it here, and I'm going to lift up the first one by just pulling it out like this. And I'm going to pinch it right here, and I'm going to take the last arm and just round it off a little bit. And then I'm going to stick the point right into that opening right there. And I'm going to pull it through. Now, when you pull these through, you want to make sure that they go up to the folds that you kind of created before. So you want to retuck the first one that you pulled out, just like this. Kind of push it in while you're pushing in the other ones, like this. And make sure that it's nice and flat in the middle. So just kind of, you can kind of tug on the opposite ones a little bit like this. And there you go. You'll see it will come together sort of like that. So just make sure it's nice and flat in the middle once you get it all interlocked. And then all we need to do is we're going to basically take this little overlap, this little flap, and we're going to fold it right along this edge. So just take it and fold it right all the way down. I'm going to set it down on the table because it's a little easier for me. I'm just going to take the edge and fold it all the way down on there. As you'll notice, when you do that, it doesn't want to fold in the corner here. That's okay. You just got to leave it a little bit curved, all right? So just press it like that right in the corner. Then just rotate it, fold this one down now all the way. Then the next one, fold it down, and just walk my finger up right there. And then finally, we'll do the last one. And there you go. There is your Ninja Star Boomerang. Now, what I like to do is to just run my fingernail over all of the creases, especially these right here. You want to make sure it's nice and flat. So just press it down like this, upside down, and you're ready to throw it. I'm going to hold the boomerang so that the 4 interlocked boxes are facing the left side with the airfoils, and my pointer and middle finger are grabbing one of the arms just like this close to the end. Alright, and I'm going to rest the other arm of the boomerang on my palm right near my thumb like this. And I'm going to basically curl my wrist and I'm going to flick it out like that, like I would with a yo-yo. You could do it directly out, but I also recommend you could do it up like this at like a 20 or 30 degree angle. All right, so I'm just gonna basically go like this and flick my wrist really hard and release the boomerang. Okay, so let's give it a shot.
Thank you guys so much for watching my tutorial for my all-new Ninja Star Boomerang design. If you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below. And if you're not already subscribed, click that subscribe and notification bell so that you know when I come out with a new video. To check out Jeremy's tutorial for his boomerang, you can click this little card here in the upper right, and I'll place the link in the video description below. After you throw the Ninja Star Boomerang a couple times, you might notice it starts to get a little bent, or it might not come back as well. What you need to do after every couple throws is just flatten it out and reinforce the creases to make it fly great again. If you find when you throw the boomerang that it hits the ground or it doesn't come back all the way, or even if it shoots off in the other direction, what you can do is hold these 4 boxes on the bottom and tilt the wings up like this ever so slightly, and you should notice that the boomerang will come back a little better. With some practice throwing and catching it, you'll definitely become a Ninja Star Boomerang pro in no time. As always, thanks so much for the support, and I'll see you soon. Viva! Put your leg down. 4. Hey, what's up? Hey! Hey, what's up, guys? It's... Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rob, and welcome to my tutorial for... Come on.